Welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode here on SC24, with towards the latter end of the first season, and which could be the only season as we are fighting for a Premier League title race here. We are 6 points behind Man United. However, we have a game in hand, and which could close that down to 3 points, and we still have to play Manchester United as well towards the latter end of the season. We are in the second leg of the quarterfinals of the Champions League, in which we won the first leg 4-2 away from home. Barcelona won their first leg 2-1. Benfica won their first leg against Bayern Munich 3-2. I still think Bayern Munich will get the job done there. PSG are winning against Real Madrid. In that retrospect, we obviously got knocked out in the FA Cup not last episode, but the episode before that. Last episode, we beat Newcastle. We beat Man City in probably the hardest game I've ever played, definitely for this season. This game against Leipzig was definitely easy. This episode, we will have Leipzig in the second leg, maybe Chelsea, definitely Tottenham. First leg of the semifinals if we don't choke this, and then if I don't play, actually no, that'll be 1, 2, 3. And then next episode will be towards the last episode, maybe even the season finale. But first things first is we have Aston Villa to get through. And first thing first is actually the board objectives. We have 35 out of 35 for the new men on the block, so that objective is complete. We have obviously still 1 out of 3 home losses. And in fact, let me show you all this. We have 4 home games left to go. So we still have chances to actually fail that objective. But right now we are succeeding. We have completed the 46 out of 45 for Bukayo Saka. I'm not going to up that anymore towards the latter end of this season. I am going to go ahead and decrease his Odegaard's assist rate here to 18 because he has sat on 14 pretty much for 3 episodes in a row. And then we are 9 goals away in the Premier League to completing that objective with, nearly 6-7 games left to go. I think that'll be completely fine. And then obviously we completed the quarterfinal objective a couple of episodes. We're going to kick things off here with a game against Aston Villa, a 3-1 win. Martinelli with a brace, Odegaard in the middle of those 2 goals. A 3-1 win as we go into the second leg against Leipzig. For this game against Leipzig, the second leg, we're going to rotate it slightly. Raya gets nod in net. Ben White, Sangari, Havertz, and Bakayoko all start as well. Everything else is unchanged. We have a 2-goal advantage going into this game here at the Emirates. As long as we don't let them score first, we should be fine. Second leg here, we're up 2. We're going to play a little bit safe, but try and get at least a goal early on to put the pressure onto them, open them up in the back, and allow us just to hit them on the counterattack, to be honest, for this whole entire 90 minutes. Declan Rice in for Kai Havertz. He'll pass it back to Sangari, in for Declan Rice. Declan Rice in. No, go to Kai Havertz game. Out to Werner. Werner crossed in, and Openda scores early, and we are in trouble. What I wanted to happen against them is happening against me now. We are, wow, okay. They're back in it. That second goal for them actually definitely Reliba, Ben White, Bakayoko, Ben White, Kai, Declo. Deco loses the ball to Xavier. Sangari might be able to get the ball. No, it's going to be Werner into Openda. Openda into Xavi Simons. Saved by Raya. No, it's going to be spilled, and Raya's going to have the equalizer. Not Raya. Xavi's going to have the equalizer. It's 4-4. 10 minutes in, we're back to level terms. Halftime, 2-0 for Leipzig. 4-4 on aggregate. We have completely fallen apart here. And we're going to make some second half changes right away. Saka will come on. Odegaard will come on. Cross comes in. Openda saved by Raya. Raya trying to make a double save. I'm going to give it away a pen. I just gave away a penalty. It's a red card for Saliba. It's a mess from EA. Another EA bug. Another fucking EA bug that might actually end my fucking Champions League season here. Sorry for the cursing. Openda. Openda! Saved by Raya. Come on. You're not cheating me out of the game yet, EA. Not this early into the year, please. Gabriel into Martinelli. I have to make a change at the back. I'm wide open at the back at the moment. Declan Rice now. Can I change it now? Can I put Sangari here? Sangari here. Do this. Will it change in game? Like as I'm talking? It will. It is. It's beautiful work there from me. Omo now. Defended well against Zinchenko. No foul, says the referee. Martinelli up the field for Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus now. Can he find Bukayo Saka? He can. Bukayo Saka is in behind. Bukayo Saka will cut it back for Odegaard. He should have took it on his right foot. Ben White did well to win the ball back. And Ben White in for Martin Odegaard. In for Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus will give us the lead. And 10-man Arsenal are 20 minutes away from being in the semifinals. This should not have been a hard of a Champions League fixture. But dumb mistakes by me. Dumb rotation by me. And here we are. Timber, beautiful. Simmons. Openda. 5-5. Going into extra time now. Thomas Partey will come on for Declan Rice. We're going to extra time here in the Champions League quarterfinals. Unless we can score with less than a second left to go on the clock. The referee's probably going to blow his whistle. He might let me actually change it here. And Martinelli, can we get a kickoff goal to really piss off just the computer? Out wide for Bukayo Saka. Rom did well. I messed that up. I should have just shot it with Martinelli. We're going to extra time here against Leipzig. Complete fall apart on my end. How many subs have I made? Can I make another sub? I can. I'm not going to yet. I mean, the only change that I can make is either Nketiah or Trossard, so I might as well bring on Trossard, because that's the only change I can make. Saka into Odegaard, into Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus into Trossard. Trossard on his left foot. That's blocked. Zinchenko! 6-5 on aggregate. Arsenal into the semifinals of the Champions League. As long as we don't choke it, it's looking like it might actually finally happen. A game that should not have been this difficult turned into nearly going to penalties. Zinchenko wins it at the death. 3-2 on the day, losing the game. I nearly smacked that with Thomas Partey. Zinchenko gets it into the back of the net. Gulowski couldn't save that. He could save literally anything else in this game. But that might be the goal to send us to the semifinals. 3-2 on the day. 6-5 on aggregate. Trossard. Gabriel Jesus over the top for Martin Odegaard. Can he just collect that? No, he cannot. Referee, please blow your whistle. He does blow his whistle. We are into the semifinals of the Champions League. 10-man Arsenal get the job done. EA tried to stop it from happening. It didn't work out. We're into the semifinals. We'll play one of the big clubs unless Benfica still shocks Bayern Munich. But if not, it's either PSG, Real Madrid, Bayern, or Barcelona to face in the semifinals of the Champions League in our first season back in 7 seasons. Absolutely amazing. They fought to the end. I unexpectedly fought to the end as well. 119th minute winner from Zinchenko. Benfica actually shocked Bayern Munich, winning 3-0 in the second league, so they are into the semifinals. I would love to play against them. PSG knock out Real Madrid, and Barcelona knock out Feyenoord as expected. The only shock here is Benfica. If I can get them, I might have a chance to get into the final. Or it could be a chance for El Clasico final if Barcelona face off against either Benfica and us. Or it could be El Clasico in the semifinals. Interesting to see. I mean, we'll see who we play in quite literally a day's time. Like right here, we know who we play now. I can go here. I can show y'all who we play in the Champions League semifinal. We get Benfica. We get Benfica. We might have a Champions League final on our hands. The semifinals of the Europa League. Leverkusen, Antwerp, Braga Sporting. Semifinals of the Europa Conference League. West Ham get knocked down to the Conference League. They might go ahead and get a chance to win the Champions League. We are 3 points behind Man United. We have a Champions League semifinal against Benfica. My manager rating is going down for some reason. I'm not quite sure because I didn't sign 3 players in North America. That's insane. I obviously didn't win the FA Cup. It's literally because I haven't signed 3 players born in North America. It's ridiculous, these board objectives that get you fired. Thankfully, mods are coming out on PC soon, so it might be a chance to break that and make sure I never get fired and I can just play the game as it's supposed to be played. But Wolves, Chelsea, Tottenham, and then the first leg of Benfica today. We're gonna skip past all these games into that Tottenham game. Wolves against Arsenal away from home, a 3-3 draw. Gabriel Jesus with a brace and Martinelli scored the first. A 3-3 draw. We are 20 odd points ahead of Chelsea. We should be able to absolutely smash them. And in fact, we actually win 4-2. Martinelli and Saka scoring within a minute of each other to make it 4-2, giving us a win. Who scored the other two? Timber and Saka. Declan Rice has a red card. He's going to be out for the North London derby against Tottenham. I forgot we lost 4-2 to Tottenham the first time this season. Oh, we got to get our revenge on them. We got to get our revenge on them. I got to make sure my training plan is all-out energy. It is. That is beautiful to see. We'll be at least somewhat fully fit. No Declan Rice. And we're not going to have Saliba for the first leg as well. Where is Tottenham? Tottenham sit fourth at the moment, obviously with a game in hand. Actually, they don't have a game in hand against Liverpool. They have a game in hand against us. They'll be 2 points behind us if they win that game. Manchester United did draw that game that I actually drew alongside whatever team I drew to. But then they went on to beat Sheffield United 2-0. So they are still 3 points behind us. They play Burnley. What is their remaining games? They have 4 games left. They play Burnley. I know they play us. They play Crystal Palace. Then they play us here. And on the final game day of the season, it's against Brighton, who are all the way down in 13th. So they have a relatively easy schedule. I mean, so do we. Our hardest game is Man United and then Tottenham right now. But other than that, it's straightforward almost. Declan Rice obviously out with suspension. Saliba was completely dead tired, so he even sits on the bench dead tired. In fact, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste that. I'm going to give a chance to Smith Rowe to maybe make some type of appearance this game. Maybe. I doubt it. It's highly unlikely, but there is a chance there. Ben White plays the center back for him. Sangari comes into center defensive mid, where Party takes that spot for Declan Rice. Other than that, it's completely unchanged here against Tottenham at their ground. Try and rectify that 4-2 loss in their first North London derby of the season. We win this game, we're up there with the title chance. I mean, we're still up there with title contenders. But we win this game. It's a big boast of confidence going into that Champions League semifinal first leg. Jesus, no foul was called from hit on Martinelli's challenge on Romero, and Martinelli has a ton of space to run here. Martinelli will foul Romero. Will also take the lead against Tottenham. We're 1-0 up here, 20 minutes in. Come on. It might actually happen. Corner for Tottenham. They're going to go short. No, they're not. They're going to put it in a box. Timber heads it towards Party. Party will head it back into the box. Saka will clear it up to Odegaard now from Martinelli. And Sangari is making a forward run. He's going to pass it back all the way to Bukayo Saka. Not to who I wanted it to. And undefined from Manchester United is on the move apparently. Great player that is. That's a great ball from Goretzka. Well, into Goretzka. And a good shot from Goretzka to level things up here at Tottenham. Broken through there. It's 1-1. Perisic. Udogie into Perisic. Perisic. Timber almost committed a foul. It's Kulusevski on the ball now. Kulusevski spinning. Kulusevski still on the ball. Perisic is now back onto the ball. Ben White will stop the attack. Saka will look to clear it up for Jesus. I'm going to have to make subs because my player's going to be dead tired coming into that Champions League game. But I want to win this Premier League game so flipping bad at the moment as Udogie is in behind. Udogie, Gabriel stepping up into Kulusevski, into Son, and Tottenham have the lead. 2-1 for Tottenham. And our title chances are closing rapidly once again. Really get the win though. Thomas Partey might be able to get to that ball. He will. Thomas Partey up the field for Bukayo Saka. This is definitely the last chance of the game to level things up here. It's Bukayo Saka in for Trossard. 2-2. I will take the draw at the end of the game. Trossard scores the equalizer. It's 2-2 here. Title chances are still alive. They just have worsened a little bit more. Unless Man United go ahead and lose or draw as well. But nearly from a win to a loss to finally a draw. Champions League semifinals coming up next. I think Man City drew. Oh, not Man City. I think United drew. Because we're still 3 points behind them. Where's the end of the season? They drew to Newcastle. We knew that. They drew to Burnley. They drew to bloody Burnley. We are still 3 points behind them. That's the game. That's my game. Oh my lord! It's working. And Kea transfer offer. I thought I accepted one. I guess it didn't go through. I will accept this one, whatever it comes through. as well. Obviously, we're selling him for Evan Ferguson next season. If there is a next season, it's still possible that there isn't a next season. But first up is Champions League football. No Saliba, red card suspension for him. So we're going to go ahead and play Ben White at center back once again. And we are going to put Tomiyasu onto the bench. Declan Rice is back into the starting 11. Other than that, unchanged 11. Final game of the episode. Leave a like and subscribe. We're close to 5,000 subs. Corner comes in. Timber trying to head it away. Rafford will pick it back up in the box. Odegaard is still mixing around. Timber, Jesus. It will fall for Thomas Partey. Over the top. Martinelli was onside. He was in his own half. Gabriel Martinelli to open things up here. 1-0 for Arsenal at home. 10 minutes in on the counterattack. He held his run perfectly. And we're up 1-0 against Benfica. Nedes, massive touch. Gabriel will get back. Zinchenko will pick it up as well. Defensive work is solid here. Declan Rice now. Martinelli, Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Jesus. He's going to have to cut back on his right foot. Gabriel Jesus will make it 2-0 for Arsenal here against Benfica. It's been all Benfica since my first goal, but on the run of play, it's 2-0 for Arsenal. Jesus, Saka, Havertz, Kai Havertz sweated it for Martinelli. 3-0 for Arsenal. Just don't let them score. I would say we're safe, but who knows after that Leipzig fixture in the second leg this episode. It's been a Kokju. Cabral, is he onside? And they get one back. Of course they do. Couldn't be a game without them getting one back. It will lead. Don't let them get a second back. Don't let them come back. This is literally what happened against Leipzig. They got one back. They almost got two back. And it led to a very interesting second leg. Game over. A 3-1 win in the first leg of the semifinals in the Champions League. When we come back, it might be the season finale. It will be the season finale no matter what. The second leg against Benfica, in which as long as we don't choke that like we nearly did against Leipzig, we'll have a Champions League final at Wembley against either Barcelona or PSG. We have 3 games left to go in the league, in which we are 3 points behind Mr. Manchester United. We are currently 1 point. Wait, what? Liverpool are in front of us into second. They still have a game in hand. They could go up to 82 points. So it might not be a battle between Manchester United. Where the flip did Liverpool come from? Surely that's a bug, right? That's got to be a bug. I mean, it's not a bug, but it is a bug at the same time. I'm not quite sure. Man United or Liverpool are in the title race somehow. We're going to have to hope they drop points somewhere, because I'm focusing on Man United. I literally can't do anything about Liverpool, because if they win their game in hand, they're actually 4 points clear off of us. Right now, they're only 1 point clear off of us with that game in hand. It'll be an interesting end to the season next season, or this next episode. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.